wena wendondo, wena wendondo, bayede.
Inabohlungane kanje abuhlungane wompelebele hlungule emanxulubeni waze wasamanxulube sebikelana sishaka kasishayeki unodume hlezi kamenze ilembe leqamanya amalembe ngokhalipha ugawu bezawuliluma beyoliphimisa bokhumbula amagabe bese lena bakabhideni limathethe nangeziyembezi wayesala kutshelwa wayesala kunyekezelwa kude kulabafazi bakwaNomgabhe bawude kula behlezi emlovini bathi ushaka kakubusa kakubankosi bathi lapho ezawunethezeka khona ushaka ngesaba ukuthi ushaka kwakuyinkosi yakithi emashobeni inkomo ekhale emthonjaneni zizwe zonke zizwile ukulila naye zodushwa wasebuyengweni ezomancengeza wengwakwakhali ezwangamatungwa akwakhumalo amantungodwa esaba lokuyehlela umlilo thetho kamjubana umlilo thetho ubuhanguhangu oshisa ikhofe esedlebe kwayikwashane semabedlane wezwa bethi valela njalo somshalosi basho kuwe wena kandaba sebebhulunywa ukumbulaza wayivalela ingonyama bedlini intethe egonoka tizamkhoto kwamalandela ephumukela bejubalala ilanga liphumela insizwa litheli phezulu lakasa lange liphathela inyela ngemisebe ngoba liphathela semthandeni ozululisayo kwezana abantwana abadala kodwa bazibalekela bayethuzwa yedwa ikhanda lisile.
We welcome all of you. We thank you for taking your time to come to this function this morning. We are going to be led by His Majesty and also our leadership here, which include Ubaba Ushenge, Umntwana waphindangene, kanjalo futhi noBaba uChiliza, noBaba uRavukile, bese kuba ubaba ukhansela umele umeya weTheku umama uZandile Gumede. Si acknowledge futhi our brother here, Esmasonke. So what is going to happen now is that we'll be led by His Majesty. We'll go the other side where we're going to be unveiling what we're going to be explaining to you, the parts that are here and what their purpose is and actually what is written. From there, we'll then proceed to the marquee, where then the formal function will then proceed. So at this point, I'm going to ask His Majesty, supported by Baba Ushenge,
Good man.
I'm then going to read His Majesty the King, Bayete Wenawendo, glory to God. This monument is built in honor of His Majesty the King, the late former President Polisasa Mandela, for their contribution and dedication serving the people of South Africa through culture, nation building, peace, non-violence, and eradicating poverty, by Mr. Ishwar Ramlutchman, Mabela Zulu, founder of Simananda World Peace Foundation, on the day of the 8th of November 2018. Ngoba siphinde sibonge isishayeka phezulu ngakho. Ramlutchman, then of course SINGH for his Umntwana waphinda ngene. His Royal Highness Prince Buthelezi siyabonga.
Yalipunga.
Yalipunga. Thank you, Chair. Siyabonga. Ngizofunda nje the late former President Dr. Nelson Mandela. Glory to God, this monument was unveiled by His Majesty the King, and Mr. Ramlutchman Zulu, founder of Sivananda Wellness Foundation, the Premier of KZN, Premier T.W. Mtunu, Prince Buthelezi, traditional Premier to the Zulu Nation, also PD Tiliza, Chairman of the House of Traditional Leaders, Mr. Ramlutchman, Richard Stark Trust, and Her Worship the Mayor of Ethekwini, represented by Councillor Zamina to the 8th of November. Maybe at this point, let me then explain, so that you don't have to go to the details of the whole monument here, that behind these two that we have just unveiled now is another bus that talks to the peace that has been promoted by our leadership here, led mainly by His Majesty, mainly the promotion of peaceful coexistence between different racial groups in our city, more particularly between the Africans of the Zulu nations and people of Indian descent in our city. So this then is paying homage or respect to the work done by our leadership here, and to that we are so grateful. So what we then do at this point is to then ask Baba Udlamini, Councillor Udlamini, to then unveil this one for us. Baba Udlamini. Yeah, certainly. I won't be reading the whole message, but as you said, this is about the recognition of the peaceful coexistence and also the work or contribution, the leadership division by our leaders here in the promotion of social cohesion and peaceful coexistence among the people of our city from different racial groups, cultures, language groups, and so on. We thank you for that. We then proceed and we have to ask Baba also Teresa and also Baba Vivian Reddy to then please unveil the next one for us, which is the last one. This one talks briefly to the history of the Zulu nation.
Good day. With great humbleness, I would like to welcome His Majesty King Goodwill Zwelithini, Prince MJ Buthelezi. I would also like to extend a special welcome to all members of the leadership, and it's great to see so many kids here to grace our function today, and not forgetting the trustees who together with Mr. Ishwar Ramlutchman has made this event possible. It started off actually being manned by a policeman who lived in the area. So there was no curator, there was no manager, nothing of that sort. But however, over the years it's grown and has undergone great transformation, where at one time the park was essentially for the use of the people who lived around. Another story that I would like to allude to is, for many years there was an iconic animal at the park called Nelly the elephant. And Nelly the elephant arrived here under some very strange circumstances. Now, Admiral is another interesting story. Was a Seychelles tortoise that was left by a soldier in the First World War. And he was asked the curator at that point to please keep the tortoise so that he may fetch it after the war. Clearly he died in the war and never collected the tortoise. Our resident educator hereby imparts her knowledge and shows to the kids the appreciation of the animal habitat and the floral beauty. Today is a rare letter day in the history of our park, because with honor, we honor and pay homage to our royal king, as well as the fathers of the nation, the father of the nation, by unveiling these iconic monuments. We are proud that through our initiative that Mr. Ishwar Ramlutchman has come to assist us and promote the initiatives of the park and the history of our Rainbow Nation. Our sincere thanks is extended to His Royal Highness the King, Ishwar Ramlutchman, and all the guests that have assisted in their own ways and their presence here today. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, I'd like to say thank you. And I know we have a fairly long program, so I don't want to hold the podium for too long. Thank you very much.